Okay, hello everyone. I am back again with yet another vinyl update video, and whoa, okay. Because those are what I'm best at. Not to say that I'm good at them, but they are what I'm best at. Five more records here. But before I get into that, I guess I'll give you guys a little update looking into the goings on of the always exciting life of Canyon. I'm still in Florida. The reason for that is I've decided to work with my grandpa for a couple weeks just to earn some extra coins, so when my fiance and I do move to Kentucky for good, I will have the money to get us, a place. And that is that's my preference over staying with my aunt for a few weeks, definitely. So that's what's going on now. Besides that, I just printed these out. I have 2 tickets to see Cannibal Corpse and Cattle Decapitation. This is a tour that I've known about for probably a month now, maybe, something like that. Whenever the first day they announced the tour was. But I didn't realize that October 8th was so soon. I thought about it last night. I was like, holy shit, that's a week away. So I immediately bought the tickets and I printed them out today, and I am beyond fucking excited. So that is, I've seen Cannibal Corpse like 20 times, but Cattle Decapitation I've only seen once, and I'm very, very excited to see them again, especially them playing new songs. So very, very excited for that. But this is about records. Let's talk about records. The first record that I'm going to show in this video, this is Van Held with Relics of Sulphur Salvation. If you don't know who Van Held are, they formed in 2007 in Sweden, and they play a very destructive style of Swedish death metal. And this is their 3rd album. This is such a mature progression from the first 2 albums. The first album was called like Church of Death or something like that, and it was just very typical Swedish death metal, which there's nothing wrong with that. I like Swedish death metal, but it was just very middle of the road, run of the mill death metal. But something about this is just so much better. I absolutely love this album. It's extremely eerie. If that gives you any idea, if you like eerie music, you will like Van Held. That might be how you say that. It's probably how you say that. I don't know what it stands for. I probably should have looked it up. But yeah, there's the cover. Very ritualistic looking. I like the white border around it too. Very nice. Has the back, the real logo, and the song titles. It's released on 20 bucks spin, so you could probably still get it from them relatively cheap. This album came out last year, but I'm completely new to this band as of like 2 months ago. So yeah, I didn't get around to listening to this last year, obviously, but I wish I did, because it's a very, very good album. I got this I got this when I was on vacation. I got this in Guest Room Records in Louisville, Kentucky. Definitely a place I'll visit more once I live there, because they had some good shit, boys. But this comes with inner sheet here. The band members, just some, I guess, yeah, thank you notes and shit like that. I like this. This says this album is dedicated to all who dwell in sulfur. That's very, very cool. But besides that, this right here is so fucking cool. I love, like, it's like a rendition of like the creation of Adam with like this demon hand. And this right here, I absolutely love this. It says, "The love of life has ceased in thee, who long hast known the suffering strife. Then come along to rest with me, for death is better now than life." That's fucking cool. Yeah, if that gives you any idea of the type of music and lyrical content that this is, then get very, very excited and listen to this, because it's very, very good. Yeah, and also if you know how to say the band name, let me know, because I'm probably not saying it correctly, which is typical of me, really. But yeah, that's Van Held with Relics of Sulphur Salvation. I'm sorry. Good shit. Very, very good shit. Okay. Next up is, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. When I made that top 10 favorite albums of all time video that I made a while back, which I do plan on making another one sometime next year, just as sort of a bit of an update, an updated list rather. But this album will remain on that list. This album was somewhere in the mid, between 1 and 10, somewhere like 5, 6, 7, 4, maybe, I don't know, somewhere in there. I don't remember that video. I don't remember that list very well because I kind of made the list for the video, which is why I want to make an updated video. But yeah, this was on that list, and this is one of my favorite albums ever. This is Imperial with Songs of Moors and Misty Fields. German folky doom at its absolute finest. Well, the early albums were folky doom, and then with the later albums, they kind of transformed into a sort of neo-folk band, which I like neo-folk, but I don't know, something about Imperial neo-folk just kind of goes right over my head. I just don't like it as much as, like, you know, some people do. And, you know, this band is still releasing albums. They released an album last year. It was like a live album called Into the Pantheon. And they released an EP this year called The Mill, which I have not listened to. I think it was called The Mill. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about good, best Imperial. This is Songs of Moors and Misty Fields, like I say. Very simple artwork here, again with a white border. This time with just a tree on the inside there. But yeah, if you like very, very polished, pretty sounding doom metal, folky doom metal, this is definitely for you. I mean, instrumentally, musically, this thing is an absolute masterpiece. Includes, you know, instruments like the cello and fucking flutes and shit. But, you know, there's also the vocals and guitars and bass, and there's drums and keyboards, and, you know, it's got all the metal instruments, but they also use, you know, fucking cellos and flutes. So that's very, very cool. And I would definitely recommend checking this out, because this is just a goddamn near perfect album in my opinion. I believe this album was released in 1997. Yes, 1997. I can't express how much I love this album. Lyrically, this thing is poetic genius. Honestly, the guy whoever writes lyrics for this, Schwadorf, I guess? Schwadorf? That might be how you say it. That guy is a master lyricist, in my opinion. It really is gorgeous. So I'll show you the cover. There's the back cover right there. You can tell this is supposed to be very, very pretty. There's the inside there, the lyrics, and a black and gray picture of the same tree that's on the front. Yeah. And also, this album was written by 2 people, and those 2 people are absolute geniuses, because that album is fucking perfect. I'll show you, this comes with a poster. Not a desperately interesting poster, not really one that I would consider framing, simply because it doesn't really fit with the other posters that I have framed. But, yeah, and I'll show you the vinyl itself. Actually, I don't think I showed the vinyl for the last one, but this is this one. The last one was black, just like this. So, yeah, nothing too exciting there. But if I would recommend any song from this, I would recommend The Blue Mists of Night, Ode to Melancholy, or The Ensemble of Silence. Those 3 songs on this album they'll fuck you up emotionally. Those songs will change your life. So I definitely recommend checking that shit out, because it really is awesome. Yeah, like I said, musically, vocally, instrumentally, lyrically, it's all fucking perfect. So definitely give that a listen. Imperium, Songs of Moors and Misty Fields. Literally one of my favorite albums ever. Definitely check that shit out. I did talk about this also in a CD video before, because I do own that on CD. Now, for an album that is a lot less pretty and a lot uglier, a lot more terrifying. This is Inquisition with nefarious, dismal orations. As you can tell, this is the recent Season of Mist reissue because it's got that Girardi artwork on it. Let's see, it says it somewhere. I hope I'm not fucking mispronouncing his name, which I'm almost certain I am. Yeah, Paolo Girardi. Absolutely gorgeous. This is Inquisition's 4th album. I believe this album was released in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is so fucking good. This is really, really heavy too in comparison to most Inquisition albums. This is, in my opinion, this is their heaviest album. Though this album is sort of bereft of the melody, I guess, that you would get in older Inquisition albums, this album still is just so fucking killer. The vocals are a lot higher in the mix on this. It's, I don't know, it's Inquisition, but it is different. And plus the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. You see the foil stamp on the front, the foil stamp on the back with the song titles and stuff like that. And the inside, you got foil stamp everywhere. It really, really is absolutely gorgeous. And you got the original artwork here by Antichrist Kramer, which I do not like as much. It's not bad. I just don't like it as much, compared to the new artwork. But you got the band members on each side here, and the lyrics. Yeah, Seattle black metal power duo here with Inquisition. The absolute best of the best in terms of this style of black metal. They're not my favorite U.S. black metal band, obviously, but they are one of the best. So Black Vinyl, again, released through Season of Mist, like I say, 550 copies of this, and I actually got this at Hell's Head Bash. Yeah, just remember that, I did get this at Hell's Head Bash, which is very, very cool. And I also caught Incubus's drumstick, which, again, that was kind of a standout moment for me. It was really, really fucking cool. But yeah, that's Inquisition with nefarious, dismal orations. Really, if you haven't listened to Inquisition, there's no helping you. Soaked in evil atmosphere, definitely check out Inquisition. I wouldn't say that's their best album. My favorite is Invoking the Majestic Throne of Satan, but that is a very, very good one. So, yeah. Moving on here, I have a split. I realized that I have not shown any Leviathan in the past couple of videos. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So, immediately upon realizing that, I knew I had to throw this into this video. This is probably the second to most recent split. No, I guess technically this is like the 4th to most recent split that I've gotten from Leviathan, none of which I've actually shown yet. But I guess better late than never. This is the Leviathan split with Creebane. Oh, God, I fucking love this split. Two of the United States' absolutely most darkest black metal projects. Both one-man projects. Obviously, Leviathan, you got Rest, Jeff Whitehead, and then Angalicon the Black, or Steve Lucas, who is Creebane. Yeah, Angalicon the Black. But yeah, Steve Lucas from Creebane. He actually added me on Facebook the other day, which I thought was very, very cool. We're following each other on Instagram as well, so that's very cool. And same with Jeff Whitehead. We're following each other on Instagram. Not Facebook though. He hasn't accepted my friend request, bastard. But yeah, two of the darkest black metal projects to come out of the United States. And obviously Leviathan is my favorite black metal, period. So obviously I had to have this. But yeah, it's just, I absolutely love this thing. And one of the cool things about this is essentially 2 entire albums. I mean, it's a double LP, and both records is dedicated to, like, one record is dedicated to one band each. This is over an hour long, so I mean this is almost like 2 full lengths worth of material on this thing right here, and it's absolutely amazing. And it has a really gorgeous art, like, cover too. It just looks very, very nice. So yeah, this was released in 2004, and this is the first pressing. You can see right here it says limited edition of 500 copies, and on the second edition, my buddy Craig has it. It literally has a sticker that covers this right here, and it says second edition of something. So I don't know how that works, but whatever. So there's the back cover right there, kind of the same thing on the front, and the inside here, yeah, just song titles from each band. So you can see there's 6 songs for each band, so that's like I said, it's a lot of material in this thing. But yeah, it's what you would expect from both bands. It's dark, evil black metal. Black vinyl there, and I'm not going to show you the Leviathan one because it looks the same, just with Leviathan on the logos. But yeah, this thing is not expensive. If you want it, you can have it. It just, you know, Discogs that shit. It's really not expensive. And it's definitely worth the price because, like I said, it's like 2 whole albums on this thing. Check that out. That's Leviathan split with Creebane. Fucking perfect. And the last record that I'm going to show in this video is something that I got at Armageddon, actually. This was the 6th record that I did not show in the Armageddon video. That I said that I had 6, but I only showed 5. This is The Lurking Corpses with 23 Tales of Terror. The Lurking Corpses is a really, really fun, interesting band from Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. They formed in 2001, and they play a sort of weird style of punky heavy metal with some death metal influence. Vocally, it's awesome. It's all over the place. You know, he does the sort of deep, like, death metal vocals, and then there's like these King Diamond highs, and then there's like regular singing, and he sounds like fucking Elvis. It's so fucking cool. It's a blast. And yeah, like I said, this is their debut album from 2003, and it's just, this is so fucking fun. I love this band. This band played at Hellbash, and they were the very first band to play on the very first day, and they are just an absolute blast. Absolutely hilarious to see live. So yeah, these guys sort of call themselves horror metal. Whatever. I don't really enjoy, like, I don't like bands that make up their own genres for their music, but I'll make an exception because this is awesome. So there's the artwork there. Super campy, fun shit. There's the back. The gatefold with the band members and the lyrics. And yeah, as you can guess from the title, there are 23 songs on this thing. Duh. And the vinyls themselves, the records themselves, do not say vinyls. Oh god. This is record number 2. Blue, you can see the labels there. And record number 1, which, as you can tell, is green. Very cool labels on this thing as well. So yeah, this is definitely something I would recommend listening to. It's an absolute blast, and I'll read you some of the song titles and you'll get it. Let's see. Shaking It, Zombie Bitch in Heat, The Witch's Cunt, Werewolf Bitch, Mummy Cum, Bleed for Satan, March of the Lurking Corpses. It's so fucking cool. I absolutely love this shit, and I definitely recommend you checking that out. But that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like it. I will try and make another video before I leave for good. And if not, then you will see the next video from my new happening pad. So, but yeah, until then, whenever it may be, stay tuned. Take care.